Hi there everyone. Welcome to my studio here for a Facebook Live. It's Wednesday, December 9th. I can't believe we're already a week and a half into December, but I'm so excited to come to you today because I'm actually not going to show you any Christmas projects. I am going to show you just some beautiful, just beautiful cards today. I'm going to be using one of my favorite suites out of the annual catalog. So a lot of you may already own this. You may not, because actually it was one of the ones in the very beginning that went on back order because it was so popular. So I'm gonna wait for some of you to pop on here. Meanwhile, let's talk about what I showed you yesterday. So in case you missed it, we featured the whoa, look at that. That is bright. I'll turn that down just a little bit. There you go. We featured the All the Trimmings Suite, which is the Coming Home bundle. And we made these adorable cards because they're on sale. So yesterday, Stampin' Up! Announced their year-end closeout sale, and they updated the clearance rack. So a lot of you, I had many of my customers be able to purchase yesterday, and some that still need to. That sale will go on through, I believe, January 3rd, but everything is while supplies last. So you want to make sure that you get on there. Hello, Michelle, you're here live. I love that you guys are joining me live. This is my lunch break with Ronda. It's about, it's after 2 o'clock, I think. So it's a late lunch break. We are just really busy right now trying to get some of my stamp camps out in the mail, and they are. So I know, Michelle, I saw your name on one of the boxes, and it's been packed. So the Snowflake Splendor stamp camp is gonna be going out today. So I'm really excited about that, because then we have lots more to start working on. Okay, so today I'm going to be featuring the Prized Peony Suite. It is by far, if you're going to purchase, like they have the suite that includes everything, that's what you're going to want to do with this suite, because every single piece of it, from the vellum doilies to the ribbon to all of it, is absolutely, it's like the best. Everything in it is amazing. So much so that I chose to use it for my monthly card club too. But today I'm going to show you just some really pretty cards using the Prized Peony Suite. I'm about done showing you Christmas projects. Of course, everything that I show, you can switch. If you're still in the Christmas brain when it comes to crafting, then you can take what I'm making and change it and use Christmas products with it. But we did the 12 days of Christmas, where I came on for 12 days and showed you Christmas projects and boxes and bags and cards. And so now I want to show you just some everyday cards that you can make and give as a gift. I love the Prized Peony Suite. This is the stamp set. Oh boy, let's see. Get you to a place where it's not. There you go. This is the stamp set. And I love it because it is good for sympathies. It's good for thinking of you. It's good for it says, your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. Cannot tell you how true that is. Our friends and you and just people, that is what our soul needs. Our crafting, our being creative does refresh the soul. But there's also a so sorry for your loss, and my thoughts are with you. Now, what I like about the Prized Peony is that you don't have to color it. I actually don't think I'll be doing any coloring on it today, but I want to show you how you can use it. All right, are you guys think you're ready? We got lots of you on here. Hello, my friends. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to turn you down so you can see my work surface, and it's going to be relatively clean. That's because there's a perimeter of about 1.5 feet that is like piled 2 feet high of everything. That's just how crafters work, right? All right, so I'm going to turn you down, and we're going to get you a little bit straight so that you can see. I know that's actually pretty straight. So first of all, I want to show you a couple things. I have some classes that are still available. They haven't sold out yet. One of them, in my Creating for Christ, I actually never sell out because I want to make sure everyone who wants to use their creativity to honor Christ can always get a kit. So my helpers just sometimes work double time to make sure. So this one never sells out. I've talked to my helpers to say, listen, if we have to cut 400, we're gonna cut 400. So, but this one is beautiful. It is so gorgeous. And you're gonna be making 10 cards. So there's 5 different designs and you'll make 2 of each. So this one is still available. It's my December Creating for Christ. I printed up my own scripture verses and my own, with my own special fonts. And that is, look at this one. I can do all things through Him who gives me strength. Some days we need to, well, lots of days we always need to be reminded of that. So this one is so beautiful. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. So that was Psalm 9:1. I thought this would be great to have like a little, someone that you're thankful for, to send them this encouragement. This one, yep, it's my favorite. It's gorgeous. It has one of those gold hoops. Can you see how beautiful it is? It says, let your faith be stronger than your fear. So this is, those are the 5 cards. Gorgeous, beautiful. I'll post the link, but you only have a few days left to get those up. The other thing that I have, it's still available, is my card club. We, again, don't max that one out. I don't think so yet. We're kind of pushing it. We have 160 members right now. But we are focusing on the prized Peony bundle. So when you join my card club, it is $38 a month. And it's a recurring payment, and you can cancel whenever you want to. But every month you get a really fun package from me. Who on here gets packages from me? You know, it's like a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of fun when you get to open them. But you'll get a package, and it has about $20 to $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Product in there that you will use on your cards, but you'll have lots left over. So for instance, this month they would be getting the ribbon, the gems, the paper, so you get lots of it. And then look at this one. It is so gorgeous. That vellum on there is so pretty. Anyway, these are the 4 cards that my club members will make, but they make double. So they get to make 8 cards total. We cut all the cardstock for them. We do like the big shot work, not big shot, the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine work. And then you just have to do, you do cut your own designer series paper, but we give you measurements and tutorials and directions. So you have to sign up though before the 20th to be able to get this month's kit. So you still have a little bit of time. I already gave the link in the description. It is $38 a month. That includes the shipping. So the shipping is usually about $8 to $10. So I cover that shipping with that. And then you just get to have these awesome, beautiful cards. Now, if that's not enough, after 6 months of belonging to Card Club, I will send you a surprise package in the mail that's worth over $25. So that is, after 6 months, it just comes in your package, and so that's just a little extra thank you from me. All right, so let's jump into today's project. We are gonna be using some of the 12 by 12 paper. So you guys know, I absolutely love using up your paper. We're not gonna hoard it and save it. We're gonna actually use it. And this paper is exceptionally beautiful. There are so many different patterns that I love. You could choose any of the patterns. This one is really easy to coordinate with. It's obviously gray granite. There's some basic gray, smoky slate. There is also then the petal pink is on the other side. So you've got petal pink that you can use as well. So you can mix other colors with it, or you can stay with just the colors that are here. The 4 cards I already showed you, we stayed within the color scheme. But today I'm going to show you how you can jazz that up a little bit and change the color scheme. So I'm going to do this. I was thinking about changing it up, but I am scared. So I'm going to stay with this piece right here. Because if I do a different one, I could do this piece here. It is really beautiful, but I think I'm going to stick with, oh, this one is really pretty too. Let's do this one. So that way you'll have 2 variations. So you can use lots of this different paper for this card that I'm gonna show you. And I wanted to make it one direction and then change it up and make it a different direction for you. Okay, so you're gonna take a piece of your 12 by 12 paper. Thank you guys for being here, 12 by 12 paper. And the first thing you're going to do is cut it down to 5 1/2. So you can, hopefully you can follow along. Measurements are gonna be easy. We're gonna cut that down to 5.5. And then you're gonna have this piece left over. You'll have some of it, you wanna save that because we're actually gonna be using that too. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is just simply, I'm gonna fold this I'm just gonna fold it. And then about right there, that looks good. It's about 3.5 inches, I just guessed. So the next thing I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna measure at the fold, I'm gonna measure at 4.25, and then I'm going to score that line. So I'm just gonna score that right there. So then I know I have my 4.25 inch card, and then this will fold over perfectly. So really where you fold this, it doesn't matter so much. It's just a nice little flap. So this card can go this direction, or it can also go this direction. So we're gonna make a really, I think, pretty awesome card. Our next step is going to be to, well here, let me show you. I've got a finished one that's just beautiful. This is what we're gonna make today, so you can see it. So it is, I'm using that prized peony, and then when it opens, it says, "My thoughts are with you. So sorry for your loss." And then when you open it up, it's beautiful on the inside too. So this is a really beautiful card that doesn't take a lot of extra work. It's just using your supplies, use your paper, use all this stuff up. It's really, it's what you wanna do. You wanna make sure you're using up all the stuff that you got. And then you can always, of course, you know, you can always get more down the road if you want to. All right, so I am next, what I'm gonna do, I need a piece of white, here we go, piece of white paper. We are going to cut the leftover piece that we have. We're gonna cut that to fit inside this little scallop here. We are going to cut that. I got my little strip. Here we go. It's at 2.5 by 3 5/8. And then I'm gonna go grab that scalloped. I didn't bring it up here with me. So hang tight. I had it ran, but I left it up there. So I just wanted to get, this is one of the Stitched So Sweetly done in the rich razzleberry. So I'm gonna mix the prized peony with a little bit of the rich razzleberry. Okay, let's get our station cleared off here. And then this is by 2.5, which is what it's exactly already at. So now I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna glue it down to this Stitched So Sweetly. Take my adhesive. And actually before I do that, I wanna stamp. In case I make a mistake, I don't have to glue that down. So we're gonna be taking our prized peony stamp set, and we're gonna take that really big peony, and we're going to stamp that with our basic gray. So I'm gonna stamp right on the designer series paper. Sometimes we just don't think to do that, you know, but when you have these really light patterns like this, then you can go ahead and just stamp right on there. So I'm gonna stamp just directly onto that. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? It kind of gives a lots of little texture there too. So there's that, the big one. I'm gonna take my Wink of Stella. You definitely wanna have a Wink of Stella. One of my card clubs, one of their gifts, it's a surprise gift, so I hate to say it, but one of them is always a Wink of Stella because I use it a lot. It just adds that perfect little sparkle or glimmer to your image. So I'm just gonna add that Wink of Stella. I know through the camera you really can't see that as well, but in person it just gives that beautiful shimmer. But again, I didn't have to color. It's really, really easy to do. Now that is going to get glued down to that Stitch So Sweetly framelit, which I use that a lot. Anybody who takes my classes know I definitely do. I admit I use that a lot. All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is I wanna put a layer behind here. And what I chose to do, this prized peony bundle really lends itself to our vellum cardstock. So I took our piece of our vellum cardstock and I ran it through the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. So, and it came up with this. So I took our vellum and ran it through. Can you see how awesome that is? It does curl it a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna glue it down. So I'm gonna put glue directly on the back. I'm putting it a little bit more here towards the middle because my image is gonna cover that up. And that gets glued down to the front of our card here. Yep. Just like that. This piece, by the way, is 3 3/4 by 5, but it just adds a really beautiful textured background. Next, we're gonna take the part of that suite is the gray granite ribbon, the satin ribbon. I'm really excited to be able to use this. Again, it was on back order for quite some time. I'm gonna tie a bow over here to the side. Let's see how my bow ties. And you wanna make sure you're gluing down just that top flap, not the whole thing. You could use any color with this that you wanted to. I just chose the rich raspberry because I think that really pops because it's that darker kind of purple. So I'm gonna tie that bow up there off to the side. Not bad. Yes, I know I always make my ribbon a lot longer because it gives me some wiggle room on my bow. So actually I want it to be a little bit smaller. There you go. So I tied my bow there, and then we're going to add this to the front of our card. We'll take our dimensionals so it has a little bit of lift, and obviously when you're sticking down to this vellum, because it is, can you see that vellum? It's so textured and just beautiful, but you want to make sure that you are using dimensionals to stick it down to. All right, do I have any of my card club members on here? I know I saw Michelle jump on, but card club is super fun. It is a huge amount of work, but my helpers are incredible. Like Nancy has already started running. It'll take one whole day for Nancy to run the pieces for it. Like, she has to do 320, let's see, like, so it doesn't seem like much, but she'll have to do 320 stitch circles. That takes her hours. And then she'll have to do 320 of these like vellum labels. And so she'll do that. Anyway, it's not hard, it's just a lot. So we start card club on the 1st of the month. Then we work on it all the way through. So, okay, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? So simple. Then I'm gonna take a stitched circle that I have it over here, and I'm gonna stamp the words on there with our rich raspberry ink. I got my stamps already out here because not petal pink. We're gonna use the rich raspberry. It's a really nice purple. And I'm making, one thing I always need, and I hate that I always need it, but I always need it, are sympathy cards. So it's good to always have those on hand. So it's good to kind of make up a bunch so you've got some. So this one says, my thoughts are with you. So this could just be a thinking of you card too. It doesn't have to be for sympathy, but I am going to make it a sympathy card. I'll show you why. So then I'll put this on the front. Let's stick some more dimensionals on there, and this will go on the front of our card. And last but not least, you guys, I'm sure those of you who know me know I'm going to be sprinkling on some really, there you go. I'm going to sprinkle on some of the gems that go so well with this suite. It's the wonderful, no there's not, I'm lying. It's the elegant faceted gems. I don't even have that many left because on this one, I have gone through tons of these. Absolutely love them. And I'm just gonna, they have ones that are clear, so you can obviously sprinkle those everywhere. They have some that are kind of white, pearlized, so they can kind of mix together. And then they have one that kind of has a little bit of a pinkish tone to it. So this one, I'm just gonna stick with the white and the clear, and just kind of sprinkle those a little bit on. I wanna put one there, and one here, there. So that just really adds that really special little touch to have that sprinkling there. All right, thank you guys for being here. I love seeing your faces and obviously your comments. I don't typically read the comments as I'm going because I'll get very distracted, but I do go back and read them afterwards. I always do, and I love to hear from you. And obviously when you give me your hearts and you share this video, I obviously love that as well. All right, so there's step one is the outside, but we also have an inside to the card too. That's what makes this card special. It's like a trifold. So within that prized peony framelets, is the scalloped edging. So you can put the scalloped edge, which I do use quite a bit. So I'm gonna stamp the words, "So sorry for your loss," because this will be a sympathy card that I can keep on hand. So it has the "So sorry for your loss." It could be for someone who loses a pet, you know, too. You know, obviously, everyone loves that. Then I went ahead, there is a flower in there. I did this ahead of time. You guys know I like to kind of speed things up for you. But there is a beautiful little flower in there. The framelets are so cool. I did both of these so you could see, but I stamped the big peony on some of the paper and then ran it through with the framelit. So it comes with that framelit. Then it comes with this, you know, nice big peony. And I stamped that in the rich razzleberry. Thank you. All right, so we're going to take our dimensionals. Look, I messed up on the back. I love that. When you mess up, you can just flip it over, do the other side, and then you glue that side down and no one even remembers. So I'll put that right there on the front too. So there's the middle panel is also decorated. So you have your front, that's gorgeous. Then you have your inside. And then we have our big inside that we're going to. Really, you don't have to do much decorating for here at all because it's already so beautiful. When you cut that piece down, you'll have a big strip left over. So I'm gonna do, I think kind of a cool thing is we're gonna use this for the inside. I'm gonna cut this 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm gonna layer it on a piece of white that is gonna be 5, it's 3 3/4 by 5. So 3 3/4 by 5. This also gives it some really nice stability because you're making it out of designer series paper, so it's a little bit, you know, lighter. If I have all these fun pieces over here, then I'm gonna, before I glue this down, I'm going to stamp my flower. Again, I didn't do any coloring on this. You don't necessarily have to color. You can. For those of you who like to color, this is beautiful to be able to color. So I stamped that, and then it gives you a place to be able to write your message. Again, this is where you can write right on top of that. You don't have to, you can really feature how beautiful this paper is. And then glue this down to the inside. There you go. That is our card. You guys love it? Oh, last but I'm gonna make the stamp, put the stamp pad away because you guys know I'll stick my hands completely in there. Last but not least, I wanna make a beautiful envelope to match. And so you just take some of that, here's some of the paper that I have that I didn't use, and I'll put the glue on my flap. I know those of you who watch me know I always do this, but some of you are new. Is this anybody's first time watching me today? This is our lunch break with Rhonda. I always come to you usually on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and bring you a crafty project so we can all take a little break from the norm. So I just go ahead and take my leftover designer series paper and glue that down, and then I just take my scissors and trim around it. But today's card, I think, is super beautiful. No one likes to have to send out sympathy cards, but when you do, it matters so much to somebody, especially when they're homemade. That matters, you know, that really it does make a difference. So here is our beautiful, when they get it in the mail, you'll have a beautiful envelope with a card inside that is a trifold card. So you just open up one flap, then it says, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and then there's another one. Really gorgeous card. All right, what do you guys think? If you like it, give me, oh, see the hearts. You know I love those hearts. I really appreciate it. And also when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, that way you'll see whenever I do videos on there too. So sometimes I do videos here, but I also post videos directly to YouTube as well. So there's our beautiful card. Hopefully you can see it. I wanna make sure the end. I will take pictures and post them too. Sometimes with pictures you can see a little bit better. Thank you. Hello, guys. Hey, Robin. What a special card. Thank you, Michelle. I feel like it's a special card. I do. And we don't ever like to send out, you know, sympathy cards, but when we do, they're so needed. But also what I love about it is it really showcases the paper. So the paper is the star of the show, and I didn't really use very much cardstock. I only used that little piece on the inside, so the rest of it comes in your paper. So now it's turned over to you. I want you to make this project. I want you to make it exactly like mine if you want to. Here's this version again with the different, that vellum back there is so, so pretty. Thanks, Jennifer. It is awesome paper. And then, so sorry for your loss. And then there's the inside. So this is a different piece of paper, but I did the exact same thing, you can see. So anyway, now I want you to make this. If you want to, change up completely to a different suite. So you can make it Christmassy, you can make it Valentine's Day, but I love to see your variations of this layout. Thank you guys for joining me. I will be back. I'll be back soon. Again, if you want to join my card club, these are, we're featuring these prized peonies. For those of you who are part of card club, I kind of ruined your surprise for you, but the cards are beautiful. It's a great way to start the year off. So there's some really pretty all occasion cards, because you'll get your package about the end of December. Jennifer said, how's Erica? She's doing really, really well. She's feeling much better today. She felt better yesterday. She feels really good. So thank you for checking on her. It's obviously, you have to battle not feeling well, but then you also have to battle being, alone. So we keep trying to check on her and just, be there as much as we can, but from, a huge, huge distance. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Michelle, join. You won't be disappointed. Thank you, Michelle. I so appreciate you. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you maybe later in the week. If not, I'll be back next week with some more. See you later. Bye-bye.